Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast here on YouTube. I ain't done one of these in a while. I'll do a complete run, but seriously, ain't a complete run. There's technically 8 issues in an ash can, maybe 2 ash cans. But this is the volume 1. This is Hellshock. This is the Jay Lee creator-owned series at Image. 94. I'll look when I get inside of the issue. I think it's 94. And you can see this is early computer coloring. It really shows. I got this issue not that long ago. Matter of fact, I don't know if it's this copy or the one I gave away today. Probably this copy. Got it not that long ago. I was like, I want to try it out. I read through it, like, this is really good. Let me get the rest of it. And I got all 4 issues. Somebody on eBay had it. I can't remember what they was. Like, they want like $8 plus a couple bucks for shit. Like $10 total. Or make best offer. They've been up for a while. So I made a best offer of shipped for $6.66, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll take it." So, and what it is, I'll tell the stories in line here. So, Jay Lee and the story of the art, colors are Jose Villarrubia, computer coloring by David Larks, lettering by Richard Starson, comic graph, film info by Inco. This is July '94. We start to look at this. I love Jay Lee's art. I first discovered him on. It's like Marvel Comics Presents. He was doing covers. And then he had his Namor run, and then he did, was it Youngblood? Was it Strike File? He did that Youngblood trilogy, whatever it was. He did Wildcats, and then he did this. And my understanding is it didn't do real good. He revamped it. Somebody talked him into revamping it when he was doing the Inhuman series over at Marvel. He revamped it, published like 3 issues, didn't publish the last one. And now there's like a big hardcover trade of the second volume that includes the last issue, never got published. Then we're over here at this church, and there's some strangers in the church, and that's Hellshock right there, Daniel. The priest is dead. This cop gets called in, who we found out's got the connection to that kid we saw earlier. He comes in, the kid's being confronted in the alley by somebody. Now, the drawback to this was there was only 14 pages of story in this first issue. It ends with the cop confronting Hellshock right there. And we get like, man, that's a cool pinup. I mean, I know a lot of the image stuff. Sometimes it was 16 pages and you got a couple pages of pinups. And you got, 11 pages or something. But 14 pages, that's cutting it short. Especially, it was only $1.95, which was the average image price in 94. But like both of these, like that. Now the lips are slightly different. I'll say that looks like they just took it and redoing a computer. Like, I don't care about that. And then we get, here's a look at the original Hellshock Tales that subsequently banished to hell. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of an old Hellshock that I'd love to see. Like that image right there is just badass. I remember a dumbass friend of mine back when Jay Lee was starting to get popular. He swore up and down Jay Lee was good because he hated his art. Jay Lee was good work because he was some relation to Stan Lee or Jim Lee. Or both. I'm like, you realize Stan and Jim are not related? That was not the brightest. Stormwatch, okay. So that's the first issue. Not a lot there, but enough to get your shit. Hey, Platt. Prophets. Battle Zone. Spawn 24. Hellshock number 2, which is supposed to be a monthly title. I think it almost came out monthly this run. There's no trade of this. The only way to get this is to get the issues, but you look around, you can find it for about $1, maybe $1.50. Maybe cover price, maybe $2 or $8 for the whole. Remember, I just gave a buddy of mine today the extra copy. I had a number 1 and told him, look, really let me know. I'll look for you, find the rest, and get them for you fairly cheap. This issue 2, I don't really like this cover. It's too. It looks thrown together. Like this black edge here don't look good. I don't like this cover at all. This is August, so it was a month. Love this art here to start with this crazy woman talking to the other. And that is, oh God, what was her name? So 20 years ago, gave birth. 20 years the angel's calling her love line. We found out this angel showed up and saved this girl and had sex with her and produced Daniel, who's in here with the priest. And the priest, like is in there with the cop. The guy grabs the cop by the throat. That's a great piece of art there. When he got that cop by the throat, throws him around, and he shoots him. Blam, right in the head. And the kid we saw earlier runs off. Meets like a clone almost. Look, the cop's being taken off. And somebody's shown there, there's nobody there. And he escapes to the alley. Hellshot does. And he passes out. And we get more with this woman. I can't remember her name now. Keeps on calling the love light of this angel. And we get the hospital. The cops being visited by a nun. Then we get this amazing. Look at this. It's great J. Lee pinup. I haven't pulled it out yet. That's going on the wall. That is great. And more of the kid in the taxi. And this angel has been cast down to hell for making love to this woman. They somehow the only thing came along was his love of her. I endured it all, love light, because I promised you I'd come back. And there he is. He's coming out of the mirror, and that is a cool looking effect. Better make a cool looking like Molten Man. If there's Hellshock in the alley talking about stuff, and this angel shows up to save him. Salvation. We got one letter. We got this Silver Street and Claremont doing Cyber 4. Team 7, I need to get this. This is another one I want to get and read. I'm learning a lot of this early image stuff is better than I thought. Like Hellshock, I avoided. Well, the art less cool stories will be shit. And then read that one issue and bought the rest. Now, how many years later? 94? It's 30 years later. Shadowhawk 14, the only other appearance of 1963 characters outside of their own book. The lost issues of Spawn when they didn't come out on time. Then Wildcats 94. So let's put that back in the bag here. We'll go on to issue 3. It's going to be a long one, folks. I'm doing all 4 issues. So I see nobody talking about this. This is something I could see Cartoonist Kayfabe eventually covering, but yeah, that ain't going to happen now. I don't know how long after this being filmed this is going to come out, but as of filming, Cartoonist Kayfabe's been dead for a few months, maybe. Issue 3, don't like this cover. It looks like a Dave McKean cover of Sandman, and it's just not well done. It's October, so they skipped them off. Now, the art is J. Lee. The story time is J. Lee and Jose Villarrubia. We also doing the colors. Everybody else is the same. It does look slightly better. And there's the person from hell jumping through the mirror and cooking up with this love light woman. I cannot remember her damn name. And he's supposed to be one of the higher up archangels. And Hellshock is in heaven talking to this woman. That's when he finds out he's part angel, and that's why he don't die. Like a bus almost hits him, he mysteriously disappears when he's a kid and all this. I love the way that detective looks there. He's talking to the cop. The kid that was being beat at the beginning is now going to the scary room. And this is kind of when the blood is replicating itself. That's when they found out that the Hellshock, the cop finds out Hellshock was not human. And she's confronting, and again, Hellshock's kind of leaving heaven, the church where it all began. The cross starts burning. Hellshock shows up, and it's going to be Jonah Codd, the former Archangel, taking on Hellshock here. And he reveals he doesn't escape hell. Except for one thing, he's going to bring her and Hellshock back to hell with him. That's part of his deal for getting out of hell. I mean, you can call me Hellshock. We have to talk, Father. He knows he's his father, and you find out, dude, this should next one, like the angel raped this woman. Like, this is just some crazy stuff for the time. A lot of letters this time. A few pages. I guess what was that? That's some Rob Liefeld. Youngblood, okay. Spawn 26, Pit 1 coming out regularly, Cyber Force Origins, Deadly Duo, Peter David and John Byrne have absolutely nothing to do with this comic. Team 7. Okay, we're on issue 3. Now we got one more. This is probably my favorite cover. And one thing I noticed is they promised in issue 1 that issue 2 would come with Bill Sienkiewicz, Hellshock, Centerfold. It didn't happen. I don't know what happened there. There is one of the issues has a variant cover by Bill Sienkiewicz, which I'd love to have, but I ain't paying a premium for it. This is issue 4. November, so it came out the next month. So besides that one little gap, it came out regularly. It's still $1.95. And same creative team as last time. But the art does look slightly different here. I mean, It still looks great, and then this guy's trying to talk this kid into going and killing his father. And we got Hellshock with this great art. That kind of looks like some Mark Texiera Continuity Studios style stuff. And he's like, he ain't gonna kill him. Now the kid talks him into it. I love this when Hellshock shows his hands to the wounds where his angel wings got ripped off, and look, there's maggots there. He's like, that's what kept me alive, the maggots and the hate. And this is when the kid pulls the gun on his dad and he doesn't do it. So, Hellshock done by Adam Kubert and Jay. And this one kind of sucks. That is not a good pinup. This guy's trying to, this demon thing, he's trying his best to talk that character into killing him, his dad, and he won't let him. And Hellshock defeats his father, basically. It ends with him hugging, and then we get these pages of letters, you think it's over. Then we get this little epilogue where this demon child someone someday will have the soul of this kid, and you think, okay, that's going to be the next series. Nope. Because guess what? Hellshot Volume 2 ignores all this and completely resets everything. I don't know what was up. The impression I've gotten from the few interviews and stuff around is this didn't sell as well as Jay Lee thought it would. And when that happened, he just kind of went back to doing what he wanted to do. And only did that second one because, was it Paul Jenkins did that Inhuman series with him? Talked him into doing it. It's like, man, Hellshot's great, do a second series. And nowadays, that's the one that's easier to get a hold of. No, if you're a trade collector, it's easy to get a hold of. But that's Hellshock. Check it out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Remember, if you did, leave a comment, subscribe, all that. I'm trying to hit 500 as of filming. I might be at 500 by the time it goes up. Might not be. Give me a thumbs up. Laters.